Thank you very much. Togbio, Mamao, Your Excellency, Felix is right when he said this morning we were at the whole sports stadium. But I doubt whether we can comfortably refer to the structure there as a stadium. I think it's just a park. But we will talk about what it is that we want to do with that and turn it into a stadium. But every single person who have spoken here have talked about the support the ministry have enjoyed from His Excellency the President. One clear ministry that you cannot leave out, and we call him a Jumaura because he understands virtually every sector. And so every minister who will speak here will say he is interested in his sector. But when he promised to minimize the size of the ministries, but there used to be a ministry called Youth and Sports. He saw the importance and the new direction of sports. He didn't keep it as youth and sports. He decoupled it, and out of that created two ministries, one focusing on sports and recreation, and another focusing on youth development. It shows that this is a leader that was prepared before assuming office. And in such a short time, he has been able to diagnose the problems that confront the sports and has directed the appointees as to how to prescribe the right medications to solving that problem. Sports generally have gone so low because we have failed to invest right in school sports. So the first thing he directed, that we cannot grow our sports when the foundation is weak. And the foundation is found at the school level. So children right from the primary level must have opportunity to be introduced into sports. And so what did he do? He says right away, sports at school level should not be based on availability of time or presence of some money or not. It must be deliberate. It must be part of the curriculum. So let's have school sports coordinators appointed, so that you no longer will have to wait. When GES look at their calendar and they don't have time, sports is sacrificed. When they don't have money, sports is sacrificed. Now we have a coordinator and a deputy responsible for that. And that is why these days you can see that school sports is getting back its oxygen gradually. And it's not going to end there. Our 2026 budget, this is putting action to words. Our 2026 budget saw an elevation of our goods and services allocation. This is to enable us procure equipment for various schools. So very soon, your schools and students who go to school and don't even know what shot put is, what discus is, what javelin is, they will begin to see all these things in their schools, and they will have opportunity to use them and practice with it. We also didn't end there by just looking at the budgetary allocations. Within just a year, we were able to establish what many have struggled to do and have not been successful. A sports fund has been established, and Parliament passed Act 1159 to cater for sports fund to develop sports. Aside that, His Excellency have directed the Minister for Justice and Attorney General to look at some other areas, including the lotteries and the gaming commission, so that funds that accrue from there, a percentage of it, would also go solely to support what? Sports. So we have seen all this happening in the sports sector. Another area of concern, the health minister talked about non-communicable diseases, and 45% of deaths has been related to non-communicable diseases. This is because we are not very active most times. So when we are active, we'll be able to reduce some of these non-communicable diseases. And so that is why recreation has also been made a key center of sports development. So you would not only be practicing sports for the competitive nature of it, but you are encouraged to do it even as a leisure for recreation purposes, which will help you burn some of the fats, which will help you at least increase the levels of what? Oxygen in your systems. And that will directly reduce some of these non-communicable diseases that we suffer. So His Excellency truly understands what it is that we must do as appointees. And so if you are going before him, when he calls you, you have to be careful. You have to look for all the encyclopedias in your sectors to prepare yourself, because he understands it even better than you yourself. That is how we have handled this sector. Volta Region, as I said, what we saw today, we can't call it a stadium. But it is located at a strategic location. The location is right, it's appropriate, it's in the center of town. And so the intention is to redesign it, remodel it, come back, meet the chiefs, the youth, and everybody to have a conversation around it and see what we are going to add to bring it to fruition. So once we complete that stadium, the airport that His Excellency built, now people who will want to come and utilize the stadium will also find use for the airport. So the airport will become active because teams will use it, spectators will use it, fans will use it, business persons who want to come and have meetings around there will use it. So it's going to be deliberate. We are, again, also going to work on all parks. We call it Sakura parks are being eliminated gradually. Ghana and Volta region has a good weather that you can grow natural grass. So we are shying away basically from these astroturfs, some of which are not done well, and they are done with hard foundation that creates ACL injuries to our players in future careers. So we want to make sure that we grass most of our pitches and provide solar lighting to them. Then have boreholes. So during the dry season, these pitches can be what? Watered, and they will become the center of attraction for communities. These are many interventions that we are having in the sports sector, and Volta region, of course, will not be left out of all these arrangements. Thank you so much, and God bless us all. Thank you.